Legends, in this video, I'm going to show you my 5 game-changing tips to help you travel on a plant-based diet. So to kick things off, tip number 1, make sure you create a meal before you head to the airport, whether it be a breakfast, lunch, or a dinner. By doing so, you are controlling the controllable, creating a nutrient-dense, high in protein, plant-based offering, because believe it or not, there are not many of those at the airport.
Okay, so made to essentially our gate, they want to get something to eat. And what I found is there's nothing really substantial that has got high in protein, plant-based options. You've obviously got snacks, which is probably going to have to deal with, or you've got a variety of meat sandwiches, breakfast ideas, which are actually better elevated options for you since like 5 years ago in terms of offerings, but none of them are plant-based, or at least not a substantial amount of protein.
Tip number 2, make plant-based protein snacks your best friend. When you're traveling or on the go, sometimes the airport or the gas station, just simple grab and go options can really help you. If you think about it, some of these options added up over the day can get you to your targets.
So best bet was the pistachios, which if I had the whole pack would get me about 27 grams of protein. It's a lot of nuts. So I got to mix that up. So I've got other things to think about. That'll be one meal specifically.
Instead, 1054
Mr. Reliable.
Offers help passengers for flight 414
Always reliable.
San Francisco.
Thank
Hello,
you,
my
ma'am.
dear. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Jacket in the overhead bin.
Tip number 3, and this is probably my favorite, bring your own plant-based protein supplementation. Doing so can easily add an extra 20 up to 60 grams of protein per day, depending on how many scoops you use. Making a shake or adding it to an oatmeal can really boost and help you control the controllable. It's exactly what we did.
Team, we're in the Big Islands, continuing to learn how to be eating the protein. When you're traveling, you're plant-based, it helps to bring your own plant-based protein. Look for things that have tofu and beans. I know that sounds like it's obvious, but seriously, you'd be surprised how important that is. Alright, so commenting on the hair, but also I would like you guys to meet my chief, what would you say?
Hair officer.
Chief hair officer slash researcher on plant-based nutrition on the Big Island. So everywhere we've gone, you've been doing your research. Most places have an amazing breakfast selection. However, a small amount of those actually have a breakfast selection that is plant-based and then also high in protein. So this lovely lady brought the protein. All right, so make sure you have a lovely lady who brings you protein along with you wherever you go. Second thing is obviously look for tofu and then ask the locals. I definitely think that one helps because we've just got a pretty cool discovery. Went to check out a cafe. They don't have anything, but the lady did tell us about this other place we're about to go check out. Side note, so Hawaii is known for its macadamia nuts. If you guys know me, I usually only get black coffee. So I'm about to have a macadamia nut latte because they make their own nut milks. Pretty cool. You got them? Here you go. I feel like I'm going to be a pretty hard character to judge a macadamia nut latte because I don't have milk. So anything that's diluted through milk typically would always not be my fancy, but let's have a go. Okay, so it just tastes like macadamia nut milk frothed, no coffee. But, you know, again, this is coming from someone who has espressos and long blacks. Still good though. Look at that.
Winner chicken dinner. Smoothie with protein in it. Yum.
My protein with this one of the day. With this, probably have about 20 grams of protein in it. We'll have to go get some tofu. Pro tip, bring your own flaxseed, chia and hemp. Get extra fiber and extra protein from the hemp seed as well, which is a very good source of protein. Bingo, burrito time. Breakfast style. What did you get?
Hummus toast.
We interrupt this awesome episode for a montage of Hawaii. Okay, tip number 4, when you are traveling to places such as Hawaii or of a tropical climate, make sure you get involved with the local fruits because they're packed full of dietary fiber, rich antioxidants, which we know are beneficial to our health, but they taste incredible. They're also going to support all aspects of your macronutrients to help them do their job as well. Make sure you get involved. Let me know some of the favorite places that carry your fruits that you love.
When you're all done, I'll crack her open. You can eat them.
Yeah.
Making friends. Being plant-based in Hawaii is made all the more easier when you have places like this.
And finally, tip number 5, make sure you speak to the locals. Whether you have a friend who's been there before or you just go to a cafe and ask for some directions, this can be one of the most crucial steps because they know the area. And that's exactly what happened to us. Simply by asking a local barista at a cafe, we were able to find a local restaurant that served vegan-only foods that were high in protein because they included things such as beans, tofu, nuts, seeds, you name it. And this place was an absolute game changer for us.
Inside this wonderful breakfast burrito, we have a tofu scramble, potatoes, we've got this artichoke cream cheese. What I will note is there's a solid amount of tofu in this. I would suggest almost a cup and a half. That includes the amount of protein I'm getting just from this one alone. Also added in smoothie, and it's going to help me with getting those numbers we need to for today. It also is unbelievably delicious, and finding this spot, knowing we're going to be staying a couple of minutes drive from here, is going to be an absolute win. Because it's got a number of things on the menu that we are definitely excited to try. Very good.
Oh, by the way, team, when I was in Hawaii, it just so happens I was on the same island as the Desicos, some of my closest friends. And we decided, because we're not working, to go check out a coffee farm, considering we're in the coffee business. So here's a little bit from the plantation.
Hey team, we are here in Kona, Hawaii with our friends at UCC Coffee from Japan. All of Japan's UCC coffee is grown here on Kona. We're gonna take a little tour. Freshest coffee, straight from the trees.
So,
Jim, what have you learned so far, bro?
So, coffee fruit, come here, let me show you. This here is a coffee cherry. Inside that coffee cherry are 2 coffee beans. It's a very small fruit. Take the beans, they're wet, they're green, you dry them out overnight, up to 7 days. Sometimes 1 day if you get enough sun out here. This cherry's not quite ripe enough, but now what you do is called pulping. You pinch the cherry, oop, oop, oop.
Jim's not a good picker.
And here is one of the 2 coffee beans.
A good picker can do 400 pounds.
400 pounds in a day. You gotta be.
And that is a wrap on the
all
coffee
she
farm.
wrote.
It's all she wrote. All she wrote.
There you have it, my friends. My 5 game-changing tips to help you travel on a plant-based diet. If you have never been to Hawaii, make sure you book yourself a ticket at some point. It was an awesome time. Also, I'm loving this plant-based experience. I feel like a test dummy for a lot of you, but also some of you are already plant-based but learning things. If there's anything else you want me to help try or at least analyze for you, leave a comment down below. If you really enjoyed this video, give us a like, and of course, if you've not subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do so because we have more of these episodes weekly. Of course, those recipes as well. I'll see you next week in the next one. Just make sure you eat more plants. You.